Good morning, everybody. So it is Tuesday morning and the kids went to their grandparents' house today and Tim is working / doing an Azure order for me. So I am going to be getting caught up on some things here around the house. But I'm gonna eat breakfast first, and while I'm eating, I'm gonna edit some videos, and then I'll catch back up with you guys as we go outside to figure out what we're gonna do today. So I have the cows up in this front area of our property today since I'm home. The grass is really short, but they are able to graze it low, where I just run them over really fast, and it looks like they've mowed it like really well. And so we've had them over here in this side section some, but I really want to let the grass grow more before we put them over here. Where we had the sheep on here last year and still trying to figure out our weather patterns, I feel like it got overgrazed, so I'm trying to utilize them as my petroleum-free mowers on the backyards and the side yards and stuff. So I run them on that pretty often, and then I'll put them back here once the grass is a little bit taller. And then tonight we'll get a bucket of food feed them in here and then close it up. I do need to run to get a pan of water because I will forget if I don't do it now. And then the boys will be set up to catch the ducks this evening. All right, so we are looking at putting a front yard fence to help where Nathan can come out here in the front and the kids can have more play space. So the water guys were marking where the water lines are. So, but back to this. We buy seed potatoes in 50-pound bags. So Tim got a 50-pound bag of bread and a 50-pound bag of Kennebec, which is a pretty common potato around here. So because we have that, and we have that 50 pounds is more than what we can plant once or twice. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a head start. We mowed the backyard and bagged all the grass up yesterday, and so that's what this is. We're gonna plant reds, and then this row here probably we're gonna plant Kennebecs. But it's pretty, I did a pretty deep layer of leaves last year that are still composting. So we'll go down past these leaves, plant the potatoes, and then we'll put grass on top like this. So there's a good 6 to 8 inch mulch to protect the new baby plants, and then that'll get us a couple weeks out. And then if it looks like it's gonna drop temperature again on us, obviously we'll come out and cover them up. But just to try to get a head start on potatoes, because that is something we figured out during the pantry challenge, if you watched any of those videos, is we did not have a ton of starches or sides that were not like green beans that we grew that lasted us through the winter. And so we really would love to get not only a lot planted, but good high yield. So that's why we went ahead and did pretty substantial mulching, and hopefully we'll have like a pretty spectacular potato harvest this year, a couple times through. So that's what we're gonna do in this row. I am a couple feed bags short, so let's go grab those, and then we'll finish mulching. Grab a couple of the chicken feed bags. Boys haven't found projects for them. These are not ideal. Oh, there's a couple over here. Well, that are covered. Definitely not the flattest, prettiest, but it will definitely work. All right, so that aisle is prepped. I'm very excited. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. And that, my dear friends, is why we have a Great Pyrenees. That is our neighborhood hawk. So, a couple years back when we first started doing meat birds, we lost an entire flock of 50 birds to a fox, like in 2 days, overnight, during the day. They would get locked up at night and he'd come in during the day. So we, after losing them, started doing the perimeter fence. Well, then we started having issues with hawks. So we brought in the furry giant. Didn't we? Didn't we bring you in, Mo? And since we brought him in, I can only think of one time we've lost something to a predator. Everything else we've lost has been like natural causes or Duke. So, guys, you guys mowed this lovely. Yeah, good job. And like I mentioned, they're not in actually like what we consider part of our pasture. They're in like part of our yard that we try to keep mowed down nicely. Just like, we have wonderful neighbors, and so we kind of want to respect them as far as keeping our property as nice as possible. So we're letting them eat that really far down, and then I'll go behind it with a mower and just make it unified. But it's pretty spectacular. Let me show you over here where they were yesterday. Okay, so obviously you can tell, well, I don't know if you can tell. I can tell like up here, there's a clutch of grass that's a lot taller than the surrounding areas. And you can see there's like a line. I don't know if the camera can pick it up or not, but you can see that there's like a mowing line along us and the property next to us. But it's pretty impressive. Like when you give them a confined, very specific area, how uniformed they can mow it down. And so that's another reason why I'm trying to avoid putting them out, especially on this side, because the grass just isn't very tall. I know she's gonna be able to mow it down incredibly well, so I'm trying to let it grow up. Hi, little friends. How are you guys? So this is the first batch, this week-old piglets. How are you guys? So Mama is still confined to her stall, but the gate over there has a little crack where the babies can get out and explore. And then later this week, we'll create an alley right through here down to that back where it's not super wet, but so that Mom can get out and stretch her legs, get some greens. Same thing with the babies. And then what we'll do is we'll rotate either every other day or a bit a day and a bit a day, so that Mama number 2 can get out. And these guys are doing great. So I miscounted. She actually had 11. And we're gonna start on this wall here, right here, because they don't get a ton of shade in the late evenings. So we're gonna build similar to what we're doing over here, over there, so they get some shade. But they're doing good. That litter had a pretty impressive size variance too. She's got a couple that are really big and then a couple that are substantially smaller. So it's really interesting. All right, so we've got Perry under this big bush here. And the goats kind of hang out with him and come and go as they want, but we're gonna move him over here. Well, I found a bucket that I think is in pretty decent shape, but I probably should have started on this project, I don't know, several weeks ago. That grass is through those fence. Looks like this is also going to be a new year to buy new gloves. I found none of my good Carhartt glove, like my good work gloves. I found one of Tim's good brown glove. I found my winter gloves, and then I found Tim's blue gloves. What I'm finding though, as DJ's getting bigger, my oldest, he comes in and he uses my gloves. I don't think he used these. I think mine have just gotten put somewhere and I don't know where they are right off. So looks like we'll be buying new gloves. Easy first pull with the tees. Oh no! Crud. Well, that was absolutely miserable. Okay, got it loose. We're gonna move it up here and run it across. And then tomorrow we'll probably get his paddock moved around. Okay, so got that fence line run. It runs down kind of in front of where he's at, and then over here, and then V's off. Okay, so we have a stray cat. You guys see it? See him? Yeah, he got one of my girls. Hello, cat. I see you, sir. And he is wild. Like, won't let me anywhere near him. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do about him. But big fence is up. And I actually gotta go up to mom and dad's to get the other fences. But I'm gonna go in and get a drink. That was hot. All right, well guys, Tim and the kids are on their way home, so I'm just gonna kind of mess around until they get here. Try to get a couple other things, odds and ends done. So thank you guys for joining me today as we took a work day and got some things done while the kids were enjoying their awesome day at Grand's house. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you in the next video.